Broadcasting live on a pirate frequency via the Imperial HoloNet, I welcome you to this special Father's Day installment of the Ragged Alliance Cast. I'm Char Nimbus, voice of the Alliance, and your humble servant. Thanks for turning on and tuning in. Despite all my best intentions, it's been a long time since I've force-ghosted through the HoloNet to possess your speaker like this. A lot's been going on. Fittingly, I've been wearing the daddy pants like a boss lately in the Nimbus household, and they've grown to feel as a second skin, much to the detriment of my Jedi robes and my BRG fam. Many thanks to you all for your contributions to your own guilds, and to the Alliance as a whole. This is a vibrant place, with a cooperative philosophy guiding our principles, and one hell of a recruiting team leader in Oak Tree 168, and as a result, our rate of growth keeps improving. We welcomed our 20th guild, the ominous Order 66, into the fold the other day. If you've not had a chance, say hi if you see guild leader Bobby, or the rest of his brethren around the Alliance server. As the Alliance grows, we each get a little safer and a little more stable. It gets easier to stop gaps and right the ship when we have a sister guild in distress. It also makes certain details more complicated. We're continuing with our ongoing revamp of the Ragged Alliance cast, and I'll have more details on the future of the cast a little later this episode. Coming up next, a State of the Alliance report by Resources TL Gorgatron. Also, we've got our Father's Day feature and an in-depth guide for mod loadouts by Jay West of Resources. He put this together a while back, and it's a great feature I'm happy to finally get out of my inbox and into the BRG collective consciousness. The HoloNet is a world of big ideas driven by the little things. We ask that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, please get a hold of me directly on the Alliance server, or shout at us using the @podcaster tag with your comments, reactions, and suggestions. Now, I hate to cut this introduction short.
We're a little rushed, so if you'll just get on board, we'll get out of here.
State of the Alliance.
The last State of the Alliance was in September of last year. It's been a while. We're up to 20 guilds now. Along with new guilds come new players. Can you imagine? We have 961 players represented by the Alliance, all of us working together in a sort of distributed way. It's kind of a meaningless number, but we're up to 3.6 billion GP across all of our players. If we could all play together, maybe we could get some stars in Lightside GOTB. But here's a number that isn't meaningless. We used to be about 3 million average GP. Now we're up to 3.7 million average GP. GP isn't everything, but it does show that we're all growing. When we started doing this, Gear 13 was pretty new. We went from 535 to almost 1,100. Now we're up to 12,000 Gear 13 units. What other numbers might be interesting? We could look at some of the top tunes in the game, and here's some counts from across the Alliance. Gas is starting to be a little less rare. The GLs are starting to pick up too. We even have 3 of the new Jedi Luke. If you want to see more of this kind of information, head on over to the Alliance website. Have a look.
Thanks, Gorgatron. And I'll flog that dewback along with you. Folks, if you haven't checked out his website, you're missing out on a huge chunk of the resources on offer in BRG. If you're on .gg and you're in the Alliance, Gorgatron has a counters page for you, preloaded with your own tunes and a pretty fair assessment of their combat readiness, farming suggestions based on your roster and Alliance preferences, and a guide to Darkside GOTBs with squad suggestions per territory. Moving along, I can't say enough good things about our resources team. I've been holding out on you. This next segment by Jay West has been a long time coming, but is a primer on making better use of mod loadouts. I've just started getting my feet wet with this to maintain my pre-existing mod setup after remodding to unlock General Skywalker in the recent Attack on Kamino event. Over to you, Jay.
Hi everyone from the Alliance, here is Jay West from the Wampadan, and I am here today to speak to you about a part of the game that I use almost every day, which is the mods loadouts. The first time I actually used this function in the game was 2 years ago. When the Citrate came out, I did a loadout for my Ventress lead to use in Phase 4 on Nihilus so I could make more damage and get the best reward possible. The reason why you want to make loadouts is basically because you want to use the best mods you have on the team you're about to use in a specific event like C3PO or gas. Most of the time your best mods are on your arena squad and it's not necessarily the squad that you're about to use. As an example, I have loadouts for my teams in the light side territory battle. I'm going to show you one here. Right. And it helped me complete 20 combat mission waves. Without creating those, I don't know if I would be able to complete 10 waves. In this video, I'll try to show you how to create a folder where you will create a loadout for every tune that you have, and how you can create a loadout for a specific event like C3PO, gas, or even the light side territory battle or dark side. For first, the most important part of this is to create a loadout for every tune in your roster, because if you create a loadout for every tune in your roster, it will be easier for you to find the mods that you moved for the squad you're using in that specific event. So first I'm going to show you how to create a loadout for every tune the fastest way possible. So on the loadouts, on the mods loadouts page, you will have the little plus button. You press there. Then let's say we're going to do the dark side tune. So dark side. And we're gonna come back and choose the dark side tunes. So dark side. And then we're gonna go basically one by one. You're gonna do each character one by one. Just like this. So I'm gonna show you again. So we did Dooku already. I'm gonna do Palpatine. So you go on Palpatine, assign loadout, create loadout from, then you come back. So Palpatine is created. Then you come back again and you press the little arrow on the right. So you're gonna go to the next character. Assign loadout, create loadout from, come back. And you're gonna do that for every tune that you have. Assign loadout, create loadout from, then come back. You're gonna do that for your dark side and your light side tunes. The reason why you want to do that is just because you want to have every loadouts ready. So if you're switching mods, you will be able to place back the mods on the character that you already took mods from. So as you probably saw here, I have loadouts for every team on my roster, like the Night Sisters here, like JTR, like JKR, like Shakti. The reason why I did this is because personally I put mods on my best team, which is my PvP, then I go on the other one, then the next one I think I done is Shakti, then after that I done Grievous. So I know which tunes I did, and I know which mods are on the tune that I really already done. So as an example, let's say we're gonna do C3PO event. So we're gonna create, we're just gonna come back. We're gonna create a new loadout. And let's say we're gonna bring Paplu in. So Paplu basically on a C3PO event, for me, was very important. What you want from him is to be tankiest, the most tankiest possible, and the most speedy possible. So the fastest and the tankiest possible. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna filter with defense and health with speed on primary for this one here. So let's say we're gonna use this one because I have on secondary I have health, protection, and defense. So we're gonna use this. Then after that you're gonna put your primaries, which is health or protection, and then you want speed on secondary. So here you have the mod I have on Padme. Let's say we're going to do it the fastest possible. So we're going to sort by speed. Sort by speed. So we're going to put the fastest possible mod. And tankiest for Paplu. So we got 20 speed of this one. Right here, let's say you got some protection and speed. This is defense only, so got some protection there. Got a lot of protection here. We got health and protection here. So we did a settings for Paplu. So let's say we're gonna put that on Paplu. So let's go on Ewoks. Paplu, assign loadout. Put that on Paplu so you see which character you used, but it's gonna be easier for you to just go on Hall. And you see Shakti's missing a mod, Grievous, General Kenobi, and Padme. So let's say we're going to change all the Galactic Republic mods. So we're going to go on Shakti. Shakti is over here. Bring that mod back. Then same thing for the Padme team. So Padme, oops, Kenobi, and then Padme. So now we have put back the mods that we used. Not all the mods, just the mods that we use for Paplu. And that's basically it, guys. I know it's a long task, but trust me, it's worth it for what you can do. Like maybe do some events like gas, or even like for the light side or dark side territory battles. You can use the best mods you have instead of using the mods that's on the team right now. And it's going to help you complete more waves, make more points for your guild, and maybe try a new team in the sit raid or something like that. It's a long task, but trust me, it's worth it. I hope it helped you. I know it's a fast-paced video. It's a little bit hard for me to make it like a slower pace, but I hope it helped you. If you have any questions, just find me in the BRG Alliance server. And so may the force be with you. Have a great day. And I hope everything is fine for you and all your family during this pandemic time. Thanks to everyone for listening. And have a great day. Okay, bye-bye.
No, I am your father.
That was the littlest Nimbus, William, singing us into this segment. And a few more of the Alliance younglings might pop up in pictures through it as well. Wow, Father's Day. This is what it's all about, eh? I know a lot of us across the Alliance are around the same age, the OGs of the OT. We play this game together and then we hang out in the various guild cantinas scattered across this galaxy of heroes to talk about the game, sure. but also to complain about work or, more recently, COVID life, or to talk about beer or barbecue or fishing or new Star Wars toys that we got to play with together with our kids. The kids a lot of us seem to have. The kids that have brought a whole new dimension to our shared love of this galaxy far, far away. And why not? The first film's a story about a kid who follows a crazy old hermit off on some damn fool adventure to learn more about his father, while walking a while in his footsteps. Through the trilogy, his adventure becomes a crusade when he realizes the depths of his father's fall, tempered by his belief that there is still good in him, somewhere deep down. These are the tales that fascinated us when we were boys ourselves. Many of us also explored the core, the outer rim, wild space, and the unknown regions, however we could experience the expanded universe, whether by novels or perhaps the old D6 West End Games version of the Star Wars role-playing game that helped world-building across the galaxy and invented many of the aliens, destinations, and fantastic technology that still populates the canon galaxy to this day, despite being largely cast off to legends. I've been reading Star Wars novels to William since before his first word. He sits on my lap around the gaming table. He's seen all of The Mandalorian, most of Rebels, several of the films, and he and I are just finishing Season 3 of Clone Wars at the moment. Next month he'll be 2, and he just keeps getting cooler every day. From the Nimbus clan to each of yours, Happy Vader's Day, BRG. Greetings, constant listener. I'm sure by now you've noticed this Father's Day cast is absent the usual BRG Aces segment. I've got good news and bad news. The bad news is that we have cancelled the BRG Aces feature as a regular segment of the podcast. While it has been a great bit of fun getting to see under the hood at the way BRG stays on top of various game modes, and noting the growth of each guild under the BRG Alliance, the growth of BRG has made it impractical to micromanage reporting at this scale. As such, I'd like to announce the opening of the Aces Lounge, a nod to the Aces of the Colossus in Star Wars Resistance. This channel on the Alliance server is set to fulfill the function of the old Aces segment moving forward. Guild leaders and officers will have posting rights in the Aces Lounge, and, of course, we'll all be able to read and react. I encourage each and every one of you to get on your leaders to shout out the top performers on and off the holotables in this new channel. Did someone set the defensive squad that saved your last territory and the war? Did a recruiting team member hit the nail right on the head with that last connection? Did an officer jump in and help smooth out a disagreement that could have gone badly? Whatever it is you found,
Most impressive.
put it there so our jaws can drop too. Moving forward, we're switching to a live, interactive conference-style format. This will directly involve the various team leaders more than the cast has previously. We've still got to confirm the date for the first episode under this new format, but look for it in the first half of July. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Also, thanks as always to the BRG Alliance staff for the tireless work they do, day in and day out. Huge thanks also to contributors Gorgatron and Jay West of Resources, and to our producers Jay Robertson 12 and Zinix, whose hard work makes all this possible. Until next time, BRG, may the Force be with you. This is Char Nimbus, voice of the Alliance, signing off.